And we're here with Brian Tompkins, head coach of the Yale men's soccer team. And coach, you've been the head coach here since 1996. And talk about what it means to you to be at the helm of this program for that long.
Well, it's a great institution to work for, and I love Yale. I've come to love this program, the university, the town. I came in from Milwaukee and spent 7 great years coaching there, but always aspired to being in the Ivy League and being in an environment where you had the best of all worlds, academics. We've got a fantastic soccer environment, and we can really do some things, some special things in this environment.
You mentioned always wanting to be in the Ivy League and come to this environment. And how has the reality matched up to what your hopes or desires or expectations might have been back when you first started in the Ivy League?
Well, it's a different type of student athlete that we're looking at here. We're looking for the best and the brightest in all aspects of their lives. We're recruiting. I think people think that recruiting to Ivy schools or to Yale is going to be particularly difficult, but it isn't. It's not as difficult as people might think. We obviously have a fantastic reputation here. It's a world-renowned university. So having people be familiar with the Yale name isn't an issue. It took a little while to kind of find the academic level in terms of what we can realistically recruit in terms of high school transcripts and test scores and that kind of thing, but it didn't take long. There are a lot of very good soccer players who also are very good students.
Talk about the experience that those students get once here. I mean, you've observed them, you're their coach. What do you see from the Yale student athletes who you recruit and how they're enriched once they're here?
Well, I think the word that really sums up Yale for me is community, and we have our own soccer community, and I think the camaraderie and spirit and commitment to excellence within the soccer program is second to none. When I look beyond the 4 walls of the soccer program, the sense of community that Yale creates within its residential colleges, I think it's really committed to the development of people, development of good citizens, development of leaders, and I think the opportunity to grow in so many ways is enhanced by the institutional commitment to community and to helping people achieve their goals, whatever they may be.
Coach, let's talk a bit more about you. Who is Brian Tompkins?
Well, I was born in London, came to this country in 1980. Always been a diehard soccer fan and a reasonable soccer player when I was younger. Even though I grew up in London, I've always been a fan of Liverpool, and anybody that comes to my office will see evidence of that. But I was somebody that has a passion for the game, somebody that loves to teach. I really enjoy seeing young people go from being high school students with potential to leaving here having been influenced in a way that helps them be ready to go on and do some important and fulfilling things as adults.
You talk about loving to teach, and why don't you tell us about one of your teaching tools, or that you at least draw on, is there's a certain movie that you like and think is very valuable to a coach.
Well, one of my habits, let's say, is to watch The Godfather on game days. I think it's it's probably the best movie of all time, in my opinion. But The Godfather, and the players have certainly heard me talking about this, and the coaches. The Godfather has every aspect of coaching. It has teamwork, it has loyalty, it has competitiveness. It teaches there are aspects of ruthlessness for sure in there, but there's everything that a team player would want to. All the qualities a team player would want to kind of take on are in there, but also people that want to lead teams and be successful. I'm not advocating a life of crime, but that's a great movie, and it's been very inspirational to me over the years.
Coach, what when you plot out Yale soccer and think about it, what are some of your broad goals for the program?
Consistent goal for us would be the pursuit of personal growth and excellence as a team. I think it's very important that every individual here has a vision for himself as far as who he is now, but where he wants to be, what he wants to become, and to really push to accomplish that. As a program, we want to be consistently high performers. We want to be there or thereabouts every year for the Ivy Championship. You know, we've had our share of success in the past. We have a vision for the future that includes continued sustained success, and that will always be our goal as long as I'm here.
Coach, a good number of your players have been able to play soccer beyond Yale and go on to play professionally. How important is that to you?
Well, I think it's an important option for players. It attracts the opportunity to go on and play after college attracts even the best students like to have the option of perhaps playing in their post-collegiate days. As you said, we've had several guys that have played in MLS or played in Europe or played in other leagues throughout the country. And I think having that option is definitely attractive, because I think in the old days the perception was smart kids go to Ivy schools and they never play afterwards. But I think we've successfully changed that.
Coach, you came to the U.S. in 1980. You came to Yale in 1996 as a head coach. And how's expectations really stacked up for you? You happy with everything?
I love my job. I feel like I'm one of those lucky few that managed to have their life intersect with the right job, with a place where they feel that they can really express themselves in a way that really taps into your passion. And soccer has always been my passion. I feel very fortunate to work in an institution a great institution that allows me to follow my passion and basically make a living doing something that I probably do for free. I don't want my boss to necessarily take my salary away, but I think that's always a good measure. Is this something that you would do, that you do out of passion, or is this something that you do as a stepping stone? This isn't my stepping stone. I'm at the place I always wanted to be, and I hope that over the course of time we've proven our commitment to the educational process here and to the development of young men and successful teams.
All right, thanks, Coach. That's Brian Tompkins.